How's it going, everyone? My name is FamedFriar. Welcome back to another video where it feels like an almost impending trade here between the Red Sox and the Padres. I actually have had multiple inside scoops on this deal that I'm willing to discuss. I've tweeted out on Twitter. We're going to go over it, and I'm going to go ahead and leak some more details of what I've heard. Before we get started, let me get you guys up to speed. Trevor Story tears his UCL. Padres sign Nelson Cruz. They don't make a retroactive move on the roster, making it a little interesting because they need to make room. Miguel Rojas gets traded to the Dodgers. So now all of a sudden the Marlins still have an opening for shortstop, but that's besides the point. It just helps the Padres create a bidding war for Ha-Seong Kim. But now we're going to discuss about a trade that could go down, and I think will go down and is actually being discussed right now. So the first step in this puzzle is this. There's a lot of reports coming out about Ha-Seong Kim being connected to the Red Sox. And then they're talking about the Padres wanting 3+ players plus HUUUGE. And I was talking to some people and I was asking questions to people that are way more credible in the industry than I could ever imagine to be. And I dreamed to be at some point, of course. And, they said this. They said that the Padres are willing to add more. And I did a little more research and I found Aggie Rosario in the situation. Now, Aggie Rosario is a top 5 prospect for the Padres. That's besides the point. So I double check with a few people and I'm like, is this really true? Are the Red Sox willing to take on Aggie Rosario? Do they want him? Is he going to be part of the trade? All these people all said yes. They said that's what they heard too. So of course, as you can see in the tweet right now, 7:20 p.m. January 11th, I tweet out about Aggie Rosario. Of course, I recommend you follow me on Twitter if you want all the updates. Tweet that out. That goes through. And then we kind of get more and more details and unravels more. I wake up this morning and I will give credit to the person that mentioned it first. To be completely honest, man, I did not see this guy's tweet. Credit to him. That is going to be GGEISS24. Credit to you, man. I did not see this tweet. You go ahead and say that. Congrats, man. But then the same people that told me about Aggie Rosario also say Bryan Mata is someone that they want as well with Ha-Seong Kim. And that's where I start getting interested in everything going on. I was saying, credit to that guy again, but this is what's more interesting than crediting him is we are on other sides of the spectrum. I'm a Padres fan. He's a Red Sox fan. We obviously hear from different sides. We both got the same information, which means it's bound to seem more even likely to be true. So now let's go ahead and discuss, of course, what type of trade the Red Sox, now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly what the Padres want, at least from what I've heard. So I decided to put this into MLB trade values. Once again, not the most accurate site, but it's one of the only sites we have. This is exactly what the Padres want in exchange for Ha-Seong Kim and Aggie Rosario. So the Red Sox are going to get, of course, Ha-Seong Kim, Aggie Rosario, as we very well know here. That's what they want. Now the Padres want Christian Arroyo, which seems like kind of like a guy to fill in Aggie Rosario's role. Bobby Dahlback, younger, controllable first baseman because the Padres don't have a first baseman of the future. Tanner Houck, so they have a current pitcher. And then Bryan Mata is he reminds me of Adrian Morejon in a way. Does throw breaking balls, unlike Adrian Morejon. But he reminds me of it. He could be a middle reliever. He could be, a closer. He could also be a middle line starter. Guy had a lot of upside. A lot of interesting stuff here. This is exactly what the Padres want. This is what the Padres want. Are the Padres going to get it? I don't know. There's no telling, but the Padres wear the pants in this relationship. They are most likely to get whatever they want. So that's why I find this so interesting. This is the exact return they want. I like it, man. I like it as a Padres fan. I hope we can get this deal done because it looks like a beautiful return for us. Is it likely this deal gets done? I think it's all up to Chaim Bloom. At the end of the day, the biggest guy that I think it matters and affects in this trade is nothing with the Padres. It's with the Red Sox. The Red Sox need to figure out what's their developmental plan for Marcelo Mayer. Are they going to, keep Marcelo down till Kim's contract is over? Because that's about the fine line. 2023, obviously Marcelo is going to be in the minors. Unless they pull him up for what would be pushing him too far, in my opinion. They can do it if they want to. They can't. But at the end of the day, the question is, how is this going to affect his development? Aggie Rosario will be around for a while. They still have They still have plenty of pieces across the infield. Devers is going to be there for a long time. Tristan Casas is going to be there for a long time. Marcelo Mayer is supposed to be the shortstop of the future for the Red Sox and maybe even for Major League Baseball. But my question is, how are they going to do this trade and pending him? Because they're using Kim as a placeholder. Chaim Bloom needs to keep his job. To be completely honest here, this is a year where he has to do something to keep his job. And to keep his job, he needs to make the team somewhat competitive, and this team's not competitive. That's why they need to pick up, someone. They're the worst team in the AL East right now by a long shot. I would say the Orioles are much better than them. I would say the Rays are much better than them. The Yankees and Blue Jays are obviously better than them. But it'll be interesting to see, what are they going to do? Once again, guys, I'm going to keep updating stuff with this trade as it develops. I feel like we're kind of in the Preller Palooza 48-hour window. Not positive, to be honest. Who knows? He made a couple small moves, Craig Stammen, Nelson Cruz, but he has to make roster moves to even it out. And unless we're going to DFA, Ray Kerr, Brandon Dixon, people like that, there's going to be a trade. At some point, there's going to be a trade. And I think if that was the case, we were going to DFA Ray Kerr, we were going to DFA Pedro Avila, that would have happened by now, but it has not. So it makes you really wonder. Obviously, these trade rumors are going on, and, it seems like the discussions are really real. And I feel like they're real, and I've heard they're real from what I know. Let's just see if it happens. Let's see if they finish the deal this time. But that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys are yet to hit that subscribe button, I highly recommend you do so. Same thing with that like button. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all in a video very, very soon. Peace.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit out, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house. Hey. It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.